You may be wondering, but I thought you did on keyboard and mouse. Well, you're not wrong, but recently I have been getting annihilated by some controller screens, so I had enough. This is my 1 week claw progression. Before we get into the video, please subscribe with post notifications if you enjoy the video, because I will be streaming every week. Make sure to follow my Twitter at sophiabtw, and peace. Day 1 was awkward for my hand, so pressing the buttons kind of hurt. After a few hours, this was the best I could do by just rebuilding. During those hours, my main goal was to relearn my muscle memory, since I just rotated my wrist, and that really affected the way I could build. I don't know why, but I felt like I was doing really bad because I couldn't do what I used to be able to, like 90s. It was hard for me just to do 90s, but getting the feel for jumping with just my pointer finger was kind of good, because I felt like I could just do so much more with the claw. So I like that. Next day, one of my friends told me that I should do an edit course, so I took his advice. And it took me some serious concentration. Usually I would just edit like it was nothing, but I had to think what I was going to press, and it was so weird to me. While I was editing, I felt uncomfortable with my sense, so I turned it up, and this was so much better for me. I had no idea how I could even edit with my old sense, because I was so slow, and this was just a major improvement for me. After the edit course, I went against one of my subscribers, and I only won some of the rounds because of aim assist, and I was so bad under pressure. Looking back at it now, it just makes me laugh because I was so bad. Day 3, I went straight into a solo game, and my drop was messed up, so I had to pay the price for it, lasting me about 2 minutes into the game, and this had really triggered me. So into my next game, I knew I had to do good, or else I would be getting more and more tilted. Next game, I hot dropped at Steamy, and this time I tried to be more careful and aware of my drop. Here are some kills I was able to grab at Steamy. My mechanics were better than the last day, but they still needed some work. Good thing aim assist is still around, because I don't think I would have made it out of Steamy without it. It is now day 4, and I'm feeling improvement already. I hopped straight into my world and tried to do some retakes with a mix of side jumps. The hardest part was the timing and getting used to the movement. After a few hours of practicing, I could do some retakes with a mix of side jumps, pretty consistent. I was so motivated after seeing how much I could do. After practicing retakes, I tried to do some piece control moves I could do on keyboard and mouse. It was very slow for me, since on keyboard I could do it basically with my eyes closed. So after doing that, I was mainly focusing on muscle memory with editing and just getting used to placing my walls and pyramids with my ring finger, which was kind of weird at first. It is now day 5. As soon as I got on, my friend invited me, so I decided to try 1v1ing him in realistics. I felt like I was doing really good considering I have not warmed up, and I was able to kind of keep up with him. He's a really good player, so he beat me most of the rounds, but some of the rounds were really close. But after clapping me once, he decided to trigger me so much by doing this weird face trick. I almost slammed my controller. I knew after that I had to kill him, so I went full sweat. I killed him. I actually killed him. I'm so good. Oh, can we cut that out? It is now day 6 and I really wanted to be face away, so I practiced creative retakes, edits, keys control, you name it. Here are some of the highlights I had. Today was the most motivating because doing retakes was getting less and less frustrating.
I got 2 thick dots, wanna link the game. I got red, I got blue, what you want? The Chanel Balenciaga, Louis and Vuitton. She know I got the funny Prada when I hit Milan. I needed me a diet rider, I need me the one. I started from the bottom, you can see the way I stung. I want all the diamonds, I want that shit to weigh a ton. The ops, they tryna lie me cause they hate the place I'm from. But them niggas don't know me, they just know the place I'm from. I got lots of shorties tryna put to my place, but you ain't want me last year, so just get up on my face. They all up in my inbox, so I know they wanna taste. I know they want my downfall, a nigga, are you lazy? I got black, I got white, what you want? Hop outside a ghost and hop up in a fan, I know I'm about to blow, whoa, whoa, I ain't done. They try to take my flow, I take their ass for ransom. I know that I'm gone, they see me blowing up, now they say they want some. I got 2 twin Glocks, 3 to a dancer. I see 2 twin ops, leave them on a band, and I got 2 thick dots, wanna link the game, yeah.
Pulling out the coupe in the lot, 12 fuck SWAT, busting all the bells out the box. Hit the leaf